All right, all right,
Alright.
all right.
Whoa,
What it is?
I'm
What
making
it
a
do?
mess
What it
here.
be?
I guess we gotta find. We gotta get closer, Alex.
I know,
Hi,
right?
Oh,
Shayna,
show some love.
Jeffrey.
Love.
I
What
don't
up?
like
What
my
up on
editing.
this amazing Monday?
Listen,
What's
I'm
going
I'm
on? Barnabas,
trying to
what's
teach.
poppin'?
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
That's all right.
You're a little low.
Am I? Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just have to let it be because I don't know how to change it while we are in motion. So,
All
is
you
it
gotta do
bad?
is push the volume. No, it's all the way up top, on top of your keyboard.
I
Keyboard.
did. Volume up. Volume up. 100%. 100%.
Guys, look at Alex's face. Isn't he handsome with his hair like this?
I don't like
I can
that.
see your full
Hey,
face.
if they could see y'all fighting 2 minutes ago, oh my God, it was vicious. Brian Bridges, what's up? Big Willie, what's popping? Lawrence Lilly, what the word
Oh,
is? What's going on?
Hi,
Jeffrey Light.
Gina. I got the package, Gina. I got the package.
hi,
Oh
Sam
shoot.
OG, Gina, App,
Hey,
Crazy,
Shanna, what up? What up? Where that
Joseph.
twin at? Where that husband at? Tell him I said what's up. I appreciate y'all, no doubt. No doubt.
Did you do
Appreciate
that
yo.
RGS?
Same
Oh,
OG, what's
yes,
pop?
Shannon and Jason.
Yeah, yo. It was a good weekend. Joseph Harris, what up? What up? Hey, you know what I'm doing. You made my weekend, man. I'm wearing this thing
Wait, I
forever.
didn't see Joseph. Hey, Joseph.
Where? Oh, I
Yeah.
opened that phone.
Hey, only June.
Ghetto. What up? Tap in. What's
Hi,
popping?
Naya, baby.
Oh, wait.
Oh, my daughter's in here.
Hi, Night
My
Night.
Why
little
you say
girl.
mine? Is she only yours?
No, she's our daughter. I'm sorry, but my little. I was
Oh,
just letting everybody else know, yo, son. That's my daughter, son. Y'all heard? Y'all heard?
I
So
just
you
want to
close it.
know.
Tap
Oh,
in. Birthday was crazy.
wait, no, that.
Birthday was hella smooth. We had
It was
fun. Gina,
good.
what up? Limerick, what's the word? What's the word?
Like a hat or
Yeah,
something.
yo, it was a good
The people
birthday.
want to see your face.
I don't like
It
my
was
hair up
beautiful.
like this.
Look, say hi to Auntie Siege.
Hi, Auntie Siege, DT
CT
Siege.
Seeds. Javon's Martin, what's popping, brother? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's good to see everybody on this Halloween. Man, I forgot it was Halloween because like we celebrated Halloween a little weird. So I
Look,
forgot
hold
it was.
up. You see what Sam OG said? Happy birth. Wait, hold up.
Oh, roll it
Happy
back.
born day again, bro. Born.
See, that's how that's
I
how
say
that's how
birthing day.
But he
birthing
wasn't
day.
birthing. He was being
He was
birthed.
birth.
Me and Birth.
Birthing
Only
day.
June was popping. A regular gun guy. What up, my brother? Like no other. Howard
Howard
J was
J.
popping.
Hey,
Yeah,
Howard.
man.
Howard J and the ladies.
Fat
Hey,
guy with
Zach.
guns was popping.
Zach.
Yo, Va. What it is, what it is. How's everybody feeling? Yeah, man. Well, listen, we had it. So I know it's Halloween, and I know maybe everybody's out doing the Halloween thing. I don't know. It's Monday. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. So I my birthday was on Saturday, and
Mm-hmm.
we, no other place I'd rather spend it than shooting some targets somewhere. So
Mm-hmm.
we went to the range, and then we grabbed a bite to eat, and it was, what do you say, babe? About 7 o'clock by the time we were coming back into town.
No. It was about
We were
six.
rushing to feed
We
the
did it for
dogs.
2 hours.
Yeah. And we
Yeah,
get
we did.
back, and the police got the streets shut off, and there's 1,000 kids walking around town. And we look at each other like, no. Now, mind you, I had said this to Erica about 5 days ago. I said, sweetie, you sure they're not celebrating on Saturday as opposed to it being on Monday? She's like, nah, they'll do it on Monday and they'll do a curfew for it. I said, all right, cool, no biggie. Man, were we wrong. Now, here's the thing. Here's the fun part. And some of y'all seen this, some of y'all know this. Our house is the model house for the neighborhood. for Halloween.
Mhm.
Everybody comes from neighborhoods around to see what we got going on, and we were caught with our pants down. We were not ready. Not
We
Nope.
was
ready.
caught slacking.
Urban, what's up, Urban? How you doing, young lady? So yeah,
Hey,
we were caught.
Urban.
So usually we'll do a dry run. The weekend before, they'll do this marathon that crosses past our house. And so we'll do a dry run. We'll put the projectors out, the smoke machines, the all the lawn ornaments, the skeletons and witches and all that crazy stuff. And we didn't do it. I forgot why.
Nope.
We were just being lazy or something.
First things first, they didn't have the run.
They didn't do the run.
Two, we was just busy all week. Like we was just busy.
Yep. CDL, what's popping? Refrigerator Q, what the word is?
Patrick Ivory.
What happened, brother? So yeah, man, we get back and mind you, we don't even have candy. We don't even have candy. There's got to be 300 kids on the way to the house, and we were panicked. We went to Dollar General,
Spent
grabbed
$50 in candy.
Yeah, I wouldn't even eat this shit. She was just grabbing some old shit, sticklets. Who the hell eats sixlets anymore? Nobody.
Whatever.
Oh, Big Lock, what up, brother? What up? What's popping? So
we did it.
We got back. We set up what we could set up. The smoke we had, what
The
else? We had?
tikis.
The tikis.
So we had to get we happened to get the tiki fluid. I've been running all over the different stores. Finally went to Tractor Supply to get the puppies some more stuff. They had the tiki fluid, thank God. So we lit the tikis. We had a lot of fun.
We was
scribbling,
sad,
but
I'm a little sad because I didn't get to do my fire stick.
Oh yeah.
So I go around. I look in the backyard for a long stick, right? And then I put some fire fluid or gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
And then they set it on fire. And then I just twirl it around.
Urban says she giving out garden season veggies. I would have did. You know what? I'm gonna do that next
Would be
year.
dope. Hey, Silverback, what up? STD. Yo, Big Lock, who won? Yo, you ruined my night, man. Coming on here telling me I didn't win. Damn, man, I was looking forward to that. Who won? Who won? That was nice. That was a dope giveaway. Yo, shout out to you. And matter of fact, Big Lock is knocking on 1,000 supporters' door. So if anybody's not subscribed to Big Lock TV, yeah, he's right there. He's putting in his work. No doubt. That young brother, we gotta keep it moving, man, because we the voices. I said we, like I'm young like him. My bad.
Far from it.
My old cracky voice. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, we had a good time. Went to the range. We played a new game at the range, Horse. Mm-hmm. Horse is fun, competitive. Are y'all frozen or are you good? You wouldn't know.
No, we good.
All right, you think you good. Either way.
You just talk a lot.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Tell me about Horse, Al.
All right, so Horse, since that's what we can play. It was a 5 target thing, right? And if we miss a target, then that's a letter added. Now, if you
guys are shooting at the same target.
Yes. But if we get it, we don't get a letter. And then afterwards, it was just showing off, so I had to pull out my one-hand shot,
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm.
With his air rack and whatever.
Hey, shout out to Alex, man. Shout out to Alex for air rack in the X5 Legion.
Oh, yes. I'm going to get there, guys. I'm getting there. I got to put in the work, though. I don't.
Yeah. Yo, so for anybody who didn't get that, so we have 5 target set up, steel, and 2 people shoot against each other, and one person calls the number. So it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You call 3, boom, you have to shoot at the 3rd target. And if you miss, you get a letter H. You miss, you get another letter O. So as it goes or whatever, we had fun, man. It was, you guys were
We did.
competitive because I thought I was just gonna knock y'all out the box. Hey,
No.
listen, y'all. I don't be taking it easy on them. If you take it easy, they're gonna think they're better than they are. So I gotta really put the pressure on them when we get out there
So
to train.
We
listen,
tied twice.
listen. We cannot sit here and outshoot you on your birthday. We're not that damn mean.
Man,
I mean, we could be
we can be
be
mean.
mean, but we not that mean.
No, we ain't ruthless hooligans.
Nothing right about y'all, man. Nothing
We're
right
mean.
about.
We're mean.
Right.
But
Oh my
that's
god.
just straight.
I hope y'all got that same energy next Saturday. I do.
We gonna have even more energy next Saturday. Oh, so listen, the 12th of November, I want to do the our range is doing a youth event. I want to do some filming there.
Yeah, that'd be
And
good.
Taurus is going to be there. And Taurus is doing a 5-gun giveaway. They giving away
Yeah.
5 guns
Taurus is
at
giving
this
away
youth
5
event.
guns. Now, mind you,
I
this
know
is the
you gonna
same
be
range.
there.
Don't go back
Shout-
to Liz and be like,
Shout out to everybody who shout out to everybody that's coming to the meetup in 2023, a regular meetup. Shout out to everybody that bought tickets, everybody that booked their hotel. The range that Taurus is going to be at is that same range. So we're going to meet up and try to win a gun or two. I hope they have some 1911s out there or a revolver. Oh, or that tactical joint. I like that tact. I'm gonna get that one day. I keep saying it, but sooner or later. Sooner or later. But yeah, that Taurus tactical that's smooth. I like it. I like it. I mean, you would probably like it too.
I
Yeah.
hope there's a lot more people at the RGAs. Like, I hope there's people that I know and don't know
Yeah.
at the RGAs.
That's why we do it, Al. That's exactly why we do it. Mr. Biggs, what up? What up?
Also, I
Hey,
hope
Mr.
I see a
Biggs.
lot more children there.
Kids.
Yeah.
I know. I think
Don't make
Rodney
me
Brady is bringing his son. Howard J. Howard J. Are you bringing your daughters? I think
think so.
Howard J. said he was bringing his daughters.
Yep. See, Joseph, they ain't cut me no slack. Not a little bit. Nothing. But
Little Zach is gonna be there.
I know Lil Zach's gonna be there.
yeah, Lil Zach is definitely gonna be there. And maybe Old School will be there with his young fellas. Maybe. We shall see.
Oh, I gotta reach out to them. I gotta send Old School the link. There we go. Look, we just talked about Rodney Brady. He just popped up.
That's how they say. You say his name, and he shall show up. Siege is gonna be there.
Yep, Siege.
I know Siege gonna be there.
Siege will be here.
Siege better be there.
What do you mean she better? You can't tell no grown woman what to do.
She better.
She gonna put y'all in your places.
Not on
Siege,
my
you better
birthday.
be there. It's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna have a good time. Gonna be a good time. Round 2. That's right, Brian. Yeah, Brian. No, man. Listen, just one suitcase this time, Brian. Just one.
Oh, please,
Brian,
yes.
bring it all again.
No.
I'm ready this time. I'm ready this time, Brian. I'm ready.
Hey.
Look,
I'm
ready.
Brian
this time.
Bridges. Brian Bridges last year had Alex's life flash before his eyes. I think Alex was gonna stop shooting guns after that day. That's it. Hey,
I thought I
listen.
shot my hand. So it went numb for a minute. I mean, my whole body went numb. All I remember was 2 men holding my back. That's all I can remember. Everything black. Just I couldn't feel. I couldn't see.
Listen.
Hey, Kava.
I was scared.
Yeah, that's Alex's birthday weekend too. Yeah, the meetup is Alex's birthday weekend. Kaba, what up? What up? OG, yeah, that GX4 XL, it looks nice. It does. It kind of reminds me of the like P365 XL. But you know, Jason, we mapped out. Listen, oh my God, we mapped out your drive. If y'all don't fly, I swear to goodness, man.
Shanna, get the plane ticket, Shanna.
Yo, Yo, Shanna and Jason, 45 hours if
There's
they
no
drop.
way. There's
45,
no
and that's
way.
nonstop. That's peeing in a bottle.
Wait,
Let me tell you something.
45 hours.
Billy, I love you. I love you to death.
It just wouldn't happen.
But it would not happen.
Oh
No.
man.
It would not.
No. Well, you guys did it multiple times. You mean like riding here from New York? That was about two days, right?
No, that was about 22 hours. That's it. We did it, but that was no 45 hours. Not never.
Shanna,
Not
that's a whole month. Y'all need a whole month off. Let me tell you, the energy, the 45-hour drive,
Hey, Eddie, tactical.
and then the energy there, you guys are not gonna rest.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
gonna
gonna
be
rest.
moving. It's gonna be constant moving. Yo, Eddie, yeah, yo. I couldn't stop about that last night. He said, hey, you're gonna be in North Carolina. We'll be there. I'll see you. I'll be in the white car. Man. But yo, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. The I don't want the people behind it, the people with the wheels in motion on it, are amazing people. So it's gonna be. I don't want to say better than last year because nothing was wrong with last year, but we're gonna strive for better. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. Independent Manny, what up? Good to see
Did
you.
you
Good
see
to
what?
see you.
Oh gosh.
So listen,
Mm,
let's talk about this topic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
Hey,
is
listen.
I never got information.
You are the topic. No, I'm just playing. It is.
Here's the topic.
It's a very important topic, and we are going to talk about should children learn to shoot firearms, and
Oh yeah, that's simple. Yes.
it, that's it. Just that.
Yes. Yes,
Quick
they
and easy?
should. Yes. End of discussion. All right, goodbye.
It was wonderful to have y'all. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Hey, listen. No, honestly, there are some now. Everybody understands and probably can see straight through to my view on it, but I respect other people's views who might view it a little differently because I had a discussion maybe about a week ago with two gentlemen, and it was about training children. And my idea matters on how you train it. My idea of the follow up made me kind of in limbo. Now, hey Southern Belle, what up, young girl? So here's this. Um, there is a lot of training for children, for youth. Let's say youth, and I want to say anybody who can't sign a contract and walk away. So anybody that's under 18 and either out and about in the world that's kind of I don't want to say urban, but less family oriented, if that may be kids who kind of led astray. And there's a lot of programs for them to get training and to get around people who would teach them, take them off the streets, keep them from doing bad shit or whatever, and teach them how to shoot. And I said this one important thing that made me think, I don't know, if you take a child that's in a rough scenario, bad home, streets have gotten them, and you give them the opportunity, hey, come hang out with us, learn how to do it right, possibly further that into competition or whatever career that may follow. Or every now and again, there's going to be, in my opinion, there's going to be somebody who can't shake that, can't shake the bad doings, or can't shake the streets. And do you feel like possibly training that kid would just make him better at doing bad things? Does that make sense to you? Is that
It
your
does.
gray area?
No, because let's be honest about it. Kids that I don't like calling kids bad in the first place. They misled.
Mm-hmm.
You, Alex,
Nah.
you're
Don't
spoiled.
even say that.
Listen,
You
I
call
do
me bad all the time.
because you spoiled.
I'm not
And
spoiled.
we're not gonna argue online. I do
No,
this
no,
with
no.
your daddy. I'm not gonna do it with you too.
What?
Listen, Listen, kids are not bad. Kids are misled. They don't
Mhm.
have an understand, like they not. Most kids are raising themselves nowadays. I know we raised ourselves, but we knew right from wrong. We knew better. If we got caught out there and it got back to our parents, it was something different. Kids nowadays be like, their parents be like, well, okay, did he hurt himself? Oh, he acting like his daddy. Like there's certain things. But if you give a kid a chance and show them a different way, trust me, they will change as long as they
You know,
feel like
here's
somebody cares.
here's where that thought comes in. We all have hope and faith, but they don't mean everybody. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So I'm
right,
gonna run back through the chat. Eddie Tactical story of his life. That's a living proof. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as it goes, I can't even keep up with the amount of people that, not saying agree, but understand. Like, yeah, there might be some scenarios that you're making uh, a bad situation worse, if that makes sense. We could
right,
train and take kids off the street all day, but you can't take them all into
right.
your house. You can't be accountable for every single child that you get
No,
involved
but
training up.
what
I
most kids lack is attention. So if you give, just like when I worked at the library, hold on,
hmm
because
yeah,
and most of these kids I had to take underneath my wing because their parents wasn't around. They was in and out of the games and doing whatever, and the school would send them to me to the library.
Yes,
yeah.
that is
If
true.
they
But
cannot get in touch
but
with the parents,
here's a
they send them
reality.
to me.
Here's a reality. A lot of those kids
Right,
that used to come to the library to hang out with you, and Miss Erica helped me, Miss Erica showing you their growth, Miss Erica da 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 da.
right.
You are not at the library anymore.
No,
So that's what I'm saying. Some of this stuff we can't keep up with everybody. We can't keep up with the kids' growth. It might be your life that gets in the way. It's
right.
difficult. So I think there's definitely some risks that you're taking when you do train children to use firearms. You could show them all the good stuff, but it's never
Right.
that easy. Uncle June, what's up, big baby?
Hey, Uncle
Well,
June.
what's going on, peeps and peepettes?
Everything. This is me. I hope that's you.
Indeed, man. Y'all know y'all on my topic there.
Oh yeah.
Thank
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you,
you know,
Patrick.
I, she is so right, Miss Fly. She is so right. I've been working with youngsters. That's part of my. I was a youth program specialist, and now I'm a director. Right, so I work
hmm
with teens every day for the past 27 years. And one of the things that I've been noticing, even if it's like a thugged out dude or think he's thugged out, a lot of them are reaching out to get educated.
Right.
Um, and when you actually take the time out to teach them and show them, talk to them about the law, show them how the firearm work, make them feel worth, and make them, once you show them and they see they can hit the target, you talk to them about the law, you talk to them about trouble and how they can get in trouble, you talk to them
hmm
about friends and the people they hang around with and how to make different moves if they are with their friends so they don't get in trouble. I'm gonna tell
Mhm.
you, 90%, well, I'm gonna go with 80% of the ones I talk to get it.
hmm
If you look at that video that I showed in the summer of the young man who was carrying a Glock and a long magazine out of his in his pocket,
hmm In the
and
gas station.
everybody was scared to say anything to him, I walked up to him and I just say, no disrespect, young brother, can I just holler at you?
hmm
And he let me holler at him,
hmm
right? Not literally holler at him, but he let me talk to him.
Talk to 'em.
Right.
And once I got done, I could see that he was thinking, right?
There was a
And that's
change.
it was a change, and that's all I needed to was engrave in him
hmm
on different aspects of what can happen and why. And he got it. He didn't tell me, like he said thanks, but he didn't tell me. But I wish I could have got his number and reached out to him and said, "Hey man, let me take you to the range sometime
On some follow up.
on some
And
follow up stuff
that's where it
because
be
I knew
follow up.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I know that they you they if they're involved with firearms, they're so, especially in the environment that they're in, they don't get to go to the range, they don't have a mentor, they don't know the law. And when you take them to the range and you actually show them how to hit the target and you let them know how good they are, they start getting intrigued. And not the wrong way where they're like, I can't wait to go smoke somebody. But more of a, when you coming back again, can I come with you? Will you show me how to,
Yeah.
and you mentor them. Go ahead.
That's the kind of vibe that I would hope. If you dealt with 10 kids, I hope 9 of them feel that. I hope 10 of them feel that way, and I hope that we have the time to give that back to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that I shout out to everybody who works with children in firearms, people that open up their ranges, their homes, their time, their family to it. Shout them out, boy, because I'd be nervous. I'd be so nervous. Friend, what up,
Look, man, I had a I started out working in straight up gang infested recreation center.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted to close it because of the gang members. And I remember I kind of almost made a deal with them. I start barbecuing outside, right? So you had all of the so-called hard gangbangers. And I had a big event outside. And I told one of them, I said, hey, man, watch the grill for me. I don't want nobody stealing the food, and watch the popcorn and the chips and all that, right? He felt like, man, he's asking me to do this.
Bang it on burgers.
Yeah, and people was trying to come up. I had him police his homies.
Yeah.
So he was like, man, he trusts me to do this. So he was policing his homies. Well, long story short, 6 months later, I hired the guy, right? And when I hired him, before I hired him, I found out that he didn't know how to fill out an application, right? Mm-hmm. That's why he never applied for a job.
Wow.
And I sat down with him, went over an application, what you call a dummy application, but not dumb, but just the application that's filled out to give to him. So anytime he go to look for another job, he has like a little resume, a little paper with information to put on there, right? Mm-hmm. So there's so much to what we can do to help the kids and not just always be scared and think they're thugs out there, because that ain't what they want to be. They want you. They want somebody to look up to.
They're just looking for a chance, man. Hey, look, so just speaking on hiring somebody, I was managing this spot, and this guy used to come through. He was on parole, and young dude, he was on parole. He used to come through every day and ask me, hey, can you the manager, right? You the manager? I was like, yeah. He was like, can you sign this and say that I came through looking for a job today? So he come through every other day, just come through, hey, sign my parole sheet, sign my parole sheet. And I was personally hired to clean the store up, get the numbers right, blah, 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 blah. And I knew at that time that if you hired a convicted felon, the store would get a certain tax credit and it would help out numbers. So one day he came through there, he was like, hey, can you sign this paper for me today, big dog? Same old, came through. And I said, nope. And he was like, what? I said, what size shirt you wear? He told me what. I said, hey, you can come back here and put on one of these shirts. I'll give you a job. He was like, for real? I said, yeah, I'll hire you right now on the spot. No, nothing. I'll put you in the system right now, and I'll train you right now on the spot. Mm-hmm. Like he just wanted to, so many people had turned him down with trying to get a job that all he was just trying to do is stay free. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody ever really tried to hire him. He was a real good guy, man. He robbed me for a couple of years. Unfortunately, somebody shot and killed him in his car a couple of years back. It was all over the news or whatever. But he was a really good guy. He just wanted an opportunity to get out the streets or whatever, man. So I made a statement in the chat. All we have to do is just take care of our tribe. You get what I'm saying? If everybody just reached out to the kids in their tribe and took care of their tribe, like, we'll be okay.
You're absolutely right.
Now, I'm glad you say that. I want to show y'all something. I'm gonna put this text up from a little while ago. and it's from Cabo, and I feel like I fall into the same scenario. I had both parents, and out of a life of boredom, other kids in the neighborhood and shit, you knew better, but you just wanted to fuck around.
It was me.
That's some of us. No matter who put their energy into us,
That was me.
we still want to just be cool and fuck up.
That was
That's
me.
a reality, and that's the shit that I worry about
That
because
was
I
me.
don't
I
want
was the
to
only.
help somebody. I don't want to help somebody fuck up
Yeah.
better, like fuck up worse,
That was
better,
me.
whatever.
That was me.
You know what I'm saying?
I was the only one of my
feel
homeboys. Like we were still in the guts of the hood. Like we were still in the trenches. But I was the only one of my homeboys who had a mommy and daddy at home. Everybody else was being raised by their grandma or a single parent. You know what I'm saying? I was the only one that had a mama and daddy
Right.
in the hood. Unfortunately, I was like the only big dude around, you know what I'm saying, swinging hands. So like it just, you know, it really pulled me really out into the streets. You know what I'm saying? Just being in that element. Like I knew better.
Yeah.
All the trouble that I got into, I knew better. I was terrified when man, my mama, you finna tell my who? What, man? I ain't going home for 3 days, man. You know, I was terrified of my parents.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the difference with the kids now. Some of these kids are not terrified of their parents.
No, they're not.
Let's be honest about it.
Some
Some
of
of
the
these
parents
kids
go out
are
there
friends
fucking
with their
up too.
parents to where they need a stricter person to be like, yo, that's not the way this goes.
She's strict, but I can mess around with her.
Yeah.
When he screams or yells, I'm
He don't
terrified.
even yell at you.
This man will raise his voice. My nose will start bleeding. He doesn't even hit me. My nose just starts bleeding.
Oh my God.
That's how terrifying this man is. He uses
Oh my
some
God.
telekinesis crap.
Yeah.
My nose start bleeding.
Billy, I'm gonna have to talk to you after live. You gotta have. I was just playing. I was just playing. Nah, my.
You know,
It's
but
gonna
see,
be-
this is something too. Now we all know that there's some that nothing you can do.
No, you're right.
You can't help them,
Right.
and you have to be a good, like a judge of character, right?
Yeah.
We know those ones that ain't no way in heck you need to have a gun in your hand and no way around you, you know, and that's where it takes for us to use our experience to be able to talk to them, because if you even say something like, if you take them to the range and you start showing them how to shoot, and if you say something to them like, you know, you could be in a shooting league or you could be a range master or whatever, when you start saying them things to them, that encourages them. And the main thing is trying to encourage them to encourage others.
Yep.
Because 90% of the time they're gonna look at me like, oh gee, you don't know what you're talking about. It's
They're
different.
gonna listen to their homeboy though.
So you have to train the homeboy to train him. Right?
True.
I recently dealt with, I was talking to a kid, and when I was talking to him, he kept looking at his buddy to confirm, or you know, to what his buddy was shaking his head and not shaking his head.
Yeah.
And that made me think. I said, man, he's not looking at it. He's waiting for his buddy to nod his head like, yeah, he's true. This is true. So I said I had to hire somebody to be able, I had to train him, mentor him, so he can mentor the other ones. The young ones get to them better than we can.
Yep.
We're that one that they call on when they need help and in a situation.
Yep.
What can I do? How can I do it? I want to get out of this. That's who we are. But if we train someone else, I think that may help a little bit better. But I'm telling you, man, there's so many young people out here who really want to do right that don't have the guidance to do it. When a kid, I'm gonna say this and get off of here. There was a kid who went for a job interview, and on the job interview, they asked him, I think it was 3 or 4 questions, but one of them was, if you seen your friend stealing, would you tell the manager? Would you tell him to put it back? Like, what would you do? And he's on his no snitching thing, and he said, I wouldn't tell nobody. But even if you wouldn't, on the application, you're supposed to say, I will tell the manager.
Hey man, my son, look, he was with a group of young men that they weren't necessarily stealing, but their mama had the card outside in the parking lot. So the kids decided to walk outside the store with the merchandise, which is technically shoplifting. But so on the way to the parents, my son hit a beeline and came and sit next to me. He was like, "Hey, they finna go to jail." I said, "What's up?" He said, "They going outside with their stuff and they ain't paid for it." So he came over there and sat down. I said, "Good job." Like he knew when to separate himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't necessarily on no, oh, I finna tell, but he absolutely knew when to separate himself. And he came and let me know what was going on too.
Yeah,
Right.
but if they got a job, some of those applications is trick applications, and kids don't know that. Even if you felt like you don't want to tell, like you don't want to tell on them, that's not what you say on the application.
No, they'll put
They're
that no
thinking they
snitching.
put on the application what they would do. You
Yeah,
don't put on
no,
the application what you would do. You have to think of the right way. What
the
would you
right
do?
thing to do. Yeah, those assessment questions. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yep. I don't
Hey,
know.
and
Billy,
those are
Billy,
some of
quick
the
question,
things.
Billy,
Go ahead.
as a father, and I asked that because I feel like we got kids that are in similar ages or whatever. How did you know? How did you know Alex was ready to be responsible for a firearm?
I
Let me
did
answer
not
this
know.
And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because something recently, like when me and my wife went out, I just wanted to just let people know, just how well my son is trained. But I just want to know how did you know as a parent? Well, both of y'all, Erica, you two, how did y'all know?
So
I remember this day so clear. So he has this dresser. I think it was given by my grandma, and
Mm-hmm.
he had a BB gun
Mm-hmm.
with the drawer open. I was doing something. I forgot. It was a long time ago. I walked past it. I see it corner of my eye. I was like, wait, no,
And it was like gold when you seen it, huh?
no. I knew not to touch it. Well, I did touch it. I was like, is this real? Is it what is this? And then I like 2 days or maybe a day later, he was me, mom, my dad. He had the BB gun on his lap. He was like, Alex, this is a BB gun. We're gonna go shoot it. I was like, okay. I'm trembling. And then the rest is history. I don't know.
So listen,
Yeah.
I spend, as everybody knows, I spend all day with Alex. Like I do not get a break. But
Mm-hmm.
I notice Alex is very mature.
Yeah,
Alex is
he
very
is.
mature for his age. And if, as much as I yell at Alex all day, Alex would teach it to the next person. He may not take
Yeah,
my advice, but if he sees somebody doing wrong, he will correct that person. That's
yeah.
when I knew my son was ready. I knew my son was ready when, like I said, when I used to work at the library, he's tutoring middle school kids and he's only in elementary school. I knew he was ready. I know that he knows right from wrong, even though at times he doesn't do right, but that's only in the household and I'm okay with that. But when it comes to responsible things, he's on point. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt him any time when it
That's
comes to
good.
certain things.
That's good.
So
I don't think
if
I'm
if I
perfect.
can,
Mess up.
What's
I'm
up,
gonna
Billy?
just run the simplicity of it. When we got into the firearm interest, it was all at the same time, 100%. So it wasn't about knowing if he was ready or not. It was just
Mm-hmm.
taking him on, holding his hand during our journey. And our
So he's basically learning when y'all was learning.
we learned it when we learned it.
Right.
That's straight up.
Wow,
It
that's
ain't
real.
like I grew up shooting or she grew up shooting. We got into it together when we went to the range for the first time. It was the three. It was maybe our other son was with us. I think so. So either way,
Yeah.
it was always together, always together. And he would at first shoot the BB gun, the basic safety, the everything was a real gun. Maybe 2 times at the range with the BB gun. Then he shot a 38 special.
Cool.
After he got to the 38 special, he went to
Alex
45.
ain't even got a 38 yet. Alex?
Yeah, yo, 7 years old, 45 ACP,
7
38
years old.
special.
Roman.
and it just got it turned from us learning together to him having like a full-on interest,
That's
a
what's up.
super interest in it, and we just molded it from there. You know what I'm saying? So that was it. So
See,
it wasn't like watching to see if he was ready. It was us getting ready together.
Well,
one of the things that I heard you say was the BB gun, right?
Mhm.
And if you're into firearms as a parent, or even not a parent, if you know anything about them, it can start young, even with a water gun.
Mhm.
Right.
Teaching them with the water gun, as far as pointing it and shooting at people and finger on the trigger without them even knowing. When they get, and when they, once you start molding them with the Nerf gun or whatever it is, then you can move on, because you're going to tell them, don't shoot them in the eye with that water gun or with that Nerf gun. Don't shoot them in the head with this. And you're kind of molding them a little bit towards the safety. And the older they get and the more mature, like Alex is, that's when I think you can start molding them, because I think the worst thing you can do is to not educate your kids on firearms.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
I don't
way
care
too long.
if you don't have them at all. You got to
Right.
educate them, because their friends is going to have them. They're going to be in school. They're going to be around somebody with firearms. So I think I almost think you should teach it in school.
It used to be that way.
They used to be able to take like rifles and stuff to school, and like kids used to be able to take rifles to school, bro.
They had marksman classes and all
They
that.
had marksman class and
We missed
everything. Yeah.
that. We missed that. I missed that train. Hey, same
Yeah.
OG, and we got shit. We got girls. We ain't making no more.
I'm 2022.
Right.
Well,
Hey, look though.
We got
Hey, look. So,
grandbabies.
I thought
hey,
it was actually
Billy.
real
So,
school. Yeah, real
and
school.
so Billy, you know, we are a big we're a big emergency family. We're a big emergency plan family. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is not necessarily built around a firearm. It's all about being prepared, like having a plan. And I noticed that once we started like implementing emergency plans into our family, and I noticed how protective my son was over my daughter. You know, he's 12 and she's 7. I just noticed how protective he was, and how quick he was willing to put himself in between a bump in the night and his little sister. I was like, okay, now it's time to start. I gotta train him. I feel like if this guy is going to put his life on the line for his sister, he needs to be trained as well as adequate as possible. It ain't necessarily got to be a firearm, but if I feel like if he's all in to this program, then as parents we need to be all in and making sure that he has every possible resource to survive any kind of encounter that may bump through the night. In a situation where all of us left the other day, including my daughter, and he was home alone. I left him with a firearm. And that was the first time I've been able to actually leave him with the firearm, not have access. Like if something goes wrong, he know how to get to the safe room and lock himself in and be prepared. But this was the first time I've ever left him with a firearm with him on his person and told him don't take it off his person until I get home. And it's just based on circumstances and environment and things like that. You get what I'm saying? I was nervous as shit, but I felt like, but there was a line that, I mean, it's either now or never. You know what I'm saying? He's either going to be responsible now or he's never going to be responsible. And so that's the step that me and my wife made during that time. I was nervous as hell, but oh my God, but he did well. It never left his side. He never left his side. He did exactly what I told him to do. And like I said, the training paid off. So I just asked that, because I try to gauge. I think you're a good father. I think y'all have an outstanding family.
I'm going to jump off, you guys, but I'm going to keep listening.
But I was just asking because I just want to gauge some of the decision making that I make as well. Like, hey man, what you think about this? Because sometimes when the noise get to popping, I can be a little bit extreme. You know what I'm saying? So So I just wanted to ask.
Yo, I feel you on that, because it's when that day is a scary day. It is. When we went to the range, and y'all know Alex shoots all the time. We went to the range, and RGG has this 15 target challenge. We're filming our challenge, and we're at like bay number 5 or 6. Alex is at number 15. We're the only people at the range. Alex is at number 15. He's pinging. And I'm looking down there like, nervous as fuck. Still.
Yeah. Every noise that came from the direction.
Yeah. Yep. Alex has been to the range. I couldn't even count the amount of times. Shotguns, I couldn't count the amount of guns. And I still, as a parent, am still peeking over like, yo, you good?
You don't do that forever.
But like you said, it got to come a time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
You
now
know,
or never,
one safety thing I do this with everyone. I give them thumbs up. Make sure they're ready, I'm ready. I do this with the patrol officers and everything. Range patrol, same thing, man. I give them thumbs up so they know to put on the ears, the eyes, and everything. Thumbs up.
Yep. Communication.
Yep.
But listen, I have to agree with Siege on something. If you're gonna teach kids about firearms, self-defense has to come with it.
Yep, I just read that too. She's right. She's absolutely right.
I agree with Siege 1,000%.
Yep.
I rather my kid not have to depend on a firearm, but rather depend on how to get out of a situation.
Mm-hmm. De-escalation. We was working on that the other day, and we was working on hand to hand. Like I put his firearm on him, and I want him to know what it feel like to be in a altercation, and not let your firearm be the first thing you think about to get you out of that situation. So we was working on hand to hand and up close, and like, hey, look, sometimes you don't have to resort to this. You can just de-escalate. You can push somebody back. You can maneuver away. Like, it shouldn't be just like, I got a gun, I'm going to protect myself.
Yeah, man. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to opening that door. So even if it's just for sport, nothing to do with self-defense, etc. Once you get a child into understanding what a firearm is and how it operates, the protection side is got to come with it. It's got to. You could teach these kids all day about the sport, competing USPSA or
bullet dropping MOA and crosswind, all that. Yeah, nah.
All day. But if you're not letting them understand that this is a self-defense mechanism at the same time, and there's other angles to it.
It's just a tool. It's just a tool.
Yeah. Right. Alex is he's into other weapons. Sorry to pour your business out here, Al, but Alex is into other weapons. And
I seen him with a slingshot. I was just playing.
Yo, he's dope with knives, poles, swords, all that. So what y'all see him do, shoot wise or whatever, it's kind of minuscule into the stuff that he has, into the stuff that he not only has, but learns with and trains with. He twirls shit around I can't do it. And I was a damn bartender for half my life. He twirls shit around I couldn't even figure out how to do it. We go outside in the front yard and he's teaching me, do what I do, Dad. I'm like, shit, I'm dropping shit. So,
I'm with you on that. House of Siege, I'm with you on that. The number one defense that we could use, and I'm not gonna lie, and people gonna be like, what? It's just leave. Some people don't realize sometimes that we have that option to just leave.
Yeah.
Just leave, just walk away.
But it's hard. It's hard when you're an adult. Just walk away.
It's hard.
It's hard.
We make it like that. We make it like that. We got ego and self-esteem and all this crazy stuff, man. We can really just walk away, Alex. A lot of times, I've seen a lot of situations people that got into, man, and they had the option to walk away, and they just did it, bro. They just did.
Yeah. And like I said, I said this many, many times before. The best fight that you're ever going to get into is the fight you avoid.
Yep. That's the biggest one.
That's just as strong and simple as it can be. But yeah, so let me ask y'all this now. A lot of times when we talk about training young ones to shoot and getting them into firearms or whatever, we get a lot of kickback from friends and family. You know how that goes.
My mama.
Yeah. Yo, it's difficult. is difficult. Even to the point where sometimes we'll go somewhere and we got to give Alex a pep talk. Like,
Yeah.
Alex, don't say nothing about guns, okay? Now this is his life. This is his
Right.
world. And
Right.
we can be like, hey, listen, don't talk about guns today, okay? You know, and I feel fucked up sometimes, but it
You
is
gotta
what it is.
And I
understand
hate that part though. I
You don't
feel
want to
like
suppress their
should not
power. Like
be-
you don't want to suppress their power. You know what I'm saying?
it shouldn't be a taboo though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It
That's
is
the way
taboo.
I feel.
You do know it's very difficult because my life is weaponry. If I can't talk about weaponry, I want to become a bartender very soon, like my father.
Very soon.
Very soon, about
Ugh.
18
way to go, bro.
20. Okay,
You got a long way to go, kid.
I can't talk about that, so I have nothing. So it's just
I
gonna
dig
be
it.
like,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, so with me, I think with my family, I don't care. And it sounds
Me and my wife
sounds
either.
mean, but like you're gonna set me on my kids and what we do, and that's that. You don't
That's
pay
it.
bills.
You sound like my wife. My wife's level of not giving it. What?
Yeah.
Right. You're not donating to our fund. You ain't being supportive. Like it's not a taboo in my family. And you're gonna be supportive, and you're gonna be like if you don't like it, and so be it. That's on you.
Yeah.
But
I dig it.
the only
I dig
person that I will respect is my mom. But my mom was around it. She noticed I carried it.
Mhm.
Oh, this is so recent. So the first time Erica's
Recent.
mother being
So the
around her
first
with a firearm or me was a few weeks ago. Skilly, what up?
What's
it
going
was
on,
the
y'all?
first time my mom held a handgun because she did hold mine. I showed her how to clear it. I showed her what to look for. She had no clue. And I said, well, let me show you how to clear it. And just because I cleared it and I know it's empty, make sure you know it's empty. And I taught her all that sitting in the parking lot.
It wasn't taught to us though, and I find this out the more and more I talk to my parents. I got older parents. My mother's in her 80s. That generation right there, the ones that came through like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, like they were never introduced to firearms. The only time they got introduced is when somebody got shot or somebody got robbed or something negative, something bad. Like it didn't get introduced to that. So my mom was a no guns in my house type person. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't buy water guns. She didn't buy cap guns, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she was that kind of mother, you know, and I think that kind of
Right.
handicapped us as a family, you know?
Yeah. I get that part. Hey,
So-
Skilly,
Yeah,
Put that secret on, man.
where
I'm
you
about
going,
to
man?
put that on, cuz.
All right.
Hey, Atlanta Pre, you know exactly what that is, huh?
What? Put that secret on, man.
What's wrong with your boy?
Real quick.
So, Skilly, listen.
Hey,
Hey,
Chris,
but look,
how
hey,
you?
speaking
You're
of
outcast.
speaking of kids, my daughter is holding me accountable. We have to go on a walk right now, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
get ready to drop off. And I will check in with y'all in a little bit. All right.
All right, brother. Be
All
safe.
right.
I appreciate you. Where's she at?
She in the other room in there getting ready.
All right, tell her I said what up.
Okay.
All right,
right.
peace.
Hey,
Yeah.
shifting some soil.
Wait, Dad, can I say his name? You know how you said? Can I say it instead?
What?
Okay,
Who's
go ahead.
Skilly.
What's
You know how he
going on?
does it with
What?
rolling R's?
Oh.
Skilly and I.
Skilly in there.
What's going on, young gunner?
Chilling. What happened? You late to work or you early?
No, I've been at work. I'm about to go grab some Texas toast, and my wife baked some pork chops the other day, so I'm about to have a Texas toast pork chops.
Damn,
Mm.
they paying good in Detroit, man. So let me listen. Let me ask you now.
Go ahead.
You are in the borderline area right now with your children with firearms.
Yeah.
Early stages.
Yeah.
And are you nervous or do you have a plan to introduce? I know they already are familiar and they already went over safety issues or safety training or whatever. But are you nervous for that next step, you know, for the actual, you know, self-handling of firearms?
I'm more concerned with my son
Mm-hmm.
than my daughter. My daughter is 9. My son is 12. Only because my daughter is a little bit more mature than my son.
Yeah.
But he does understand the safety aspect of it, and just I need to just get him at the range and see how he does with stuff going off around him. And is
Yeah.
he gonna get jittery? Is he gonna just them type of things with him. So as far as my daughter, I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with her. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with my son, but I'm more over conscious with dealing with my son. He doesn't pay attention to now. I mean, just like the simple things, like he doesn't, and his boys, all over the world. Some of us, just the detail of Jamal. You see the trash is full. Take it out. Why do I tell you take it out? just,
See that?
just
You
a
listening?
small, and just when you get up, brush your teeth, wash your face, comb your hair before you go to school. So it's just my daughter. I have no problem with her with that. So it's just the basic things with my son and remembering what he
Yeah.
needs to do every
Responsibility.
basis with him. So it's just more the responsibility with him. My daughter, she's okay, she gets it. So that's just about the biggest thing with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. This is it's a super delicate time.
Yeah.
And aside from, all right, so now here's the thing. We all think that we're going to introduce this firearm to a child, whatever age, 7 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old, and we think they're going to like what they're doing. And if possibility they don't like it and they don't want to follow up, what do y'all do? Now, you're limbo now between a kid. You don't want to force something like that on a child, but at the same time, you do want to teach this child the responsibility, the mechanics, and how to perform in a life-saving scenario.
Well,
How do
that's
y'all
why
see?
you have other self-defense things. That's why that's why I want to put Alex in boxing. This is why boxing, sorry.
I'm not
There's
talking about
there's a
Alex.
lot of
Alex is
things.
good. Alex is good. I'm talking about everybody else in the world.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to put your kids in other things if they're not interested in the firearms. Even if they
Mhm.
are interested in firearms, you still need to put them in other things to have, different, different skills.
And
Mhm.
that's Jamal. We done put Jamal in karate. Another way to maybe one day have to defend himself. So I do agree with Erica, because you're not gonna need that gun, but maybe you just need to show somebody that, hey, just don't come over here thinking you about to just do any old thing and think
Mhm.
you want to get away with it. So when we have put Jamal in karate, he kind of likes it. So but he's in a band thing right now, so he's tuned in the band. So Jamal's just all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
My daughter, she didn't jumped into cheering, and she loves it. So like I told y'all Sunday, I didn't go live because I went to her cheer thing. It was from 7 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. So, and she's been
Yeah.
loving cheering the gym thing. So
That's
with
real
my
life.
daughter, once she gets into something, she's solid. It's my son that I have to, okay, Jamal, now you done got into this. Now you don't want to do this because of such and such reason. You got to stick it out. And
Yeah.
that's the
Right.
struggle between me and my son.
Mhm.
I don't try to force him. I just be like, well, son, do you think you might want to think about this before you make that rational decision?
Mhm.
And that's the thing with football. He was doing so good, and his coach was teaching him. I loved his coach, but when him and his mom was at the field, and the coach wouldn't put him on the field, then I have a whole nother problem, because now I got to try to talk him out. I got to try to put him back on the field, but I'm not at the games like I want to be, because I'm doing most of the working. So
Yeah.
he's sitting there. Well, I got to sit there, and he ain't playing the game. I said, well, when we signed up for this, I said, Jamal don't know nothing about football. Jamal
Mhm.
has to learn the game. So more than likely this year, it's going to be a lot of sitting than playing.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, my plan didn't go as well as I thought it would go.
Yeah.
Saturday,
So
getting her fuss, and I was like, well, if y'all two think that's the best thing for him, take him out then. I don't want to hear that every Saturday that y'all at the
yeah.
football playing. So if y'all feel like it's the best for him, just take him out at this point. So I have to do a lot of, I have to do a lot of with my son, being patient and being that father. Be okay. Well, if you don't want to, I would prefer you to do it, So next year, you can get on the team. You're familiar with that coach, and that coach is familiar with you. But he feels the frustration, so he don't see the benefit of staying with that coach. He had him on defense. He wasn't doing defense too good. He threw him on to be a running back. He said he kind of got that. He kind of got that a little bit quicker. So he wanted to keep him at running back. But Jamal, just between him and his mama, they just didn't want to. They didn't see the vision. So it was best just.
I get it. Let me ask you this. Now, Bullyproof brought up a very delicate subject or part of the subject, and it's a worry, and it's a straight up worry. I teach my son everything that I can about firearms, about responsibility, as far as I can go with it. But at the same time, you can have this worry, this deep down fear in your heart that one day when you're not around, some emotions can fly and shit happens. Bullyproof, I swear to God, I love my son and I trust my son and I have faith in him. But I have that same fear from time to time. And it's just a true thing. It's just a true thing. It's no different than a fear of, you teach your kids about, girls or guys or whatever. And you have that fear that one day you're going to leave the house and they're going to pop somebody through the window and all that, Shit, you can't control everything. You can't.
No.
Yeah. But that's definitely in the world. In a two-way world, that is a straight up fear.
And that's one thing that I do with Alex. I tell him the consequences because Alex has a really bad temper.
I do.
But I let him know the consequences. This is the next step. If you keep going with this temper, this is what's going to happen. You're going to meet somebody that's tougher than you or thinks they're tougher than you. And then what's going to happen?
You could beat them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You could give right, left, up.
Another interesting thing, and this is kind of what I was getting at before. When you do have children who are not into firearms that are in the house, I'm not calling anybody out or saying anything about anybody's household because your house is your house. But I could not have firearms in my house at all unless my children are not trained. You ain't got to be trained to be no damn champion, but you do have to be trained in safety. Skilly, drop that right here into my Cash App. I'm just playing. Hey, shout out to everybody that does shoot Cash App money over to the ammo fund. Keeps us going. I appreciate every single person that does it, man. Shout out to anybody who shouted me out on my birthday, man. I love y'all for that 100%, man. I do. Yes, sir.
Something about this man's hat. It glows up in the dark.
Don't hate because
you're really cool.
Ooh, it keeps on shining. But yo, listen, it's difficult to have firearms in your home if everybody in the house, I'm talking about from the oldest to the youngest, is not somewhat trained in the safety and in the mechanics of it. It is so difficult to take that risk. I grew up in between, my grandparents' house and my house or whatever. We went there every weekend or whatever. And my grandmother had guns in the house. And this is not legal shit. This is New York. But she had them in a safe. She never really, unless she was fighting with somebody, she never really took them out. But we all knew. And we were all curious. Imagine the day that she didn't lock that safe back because she thought she'll come back real quick. And there was like 13, 14 of us in the house at one time. My cousins, my foster cousins, all young, all in the streets, all doing a little weed or drinking knucklehead shit. And imagine that none of us had the sense enough to say, yo, we don't do this or go get an adult or something like that. No. We'd have been trying to steal that gun and show every friend that we had on the block. You know what I'm saying? So if at any time, I don't know if anybody agrees or not, but you definitely want to make sure that everybody in your household is the owner of that gun, if that makes
Even
sense.
this some of our kids I will not trust. Let's put it out there, but we still had to teach them.
Yeah, still did.
You just gotta show them the basics. You gotta teach them to clear it. You gotta teach them how to take it apart, to clean it. There's certain things you do have to teach your kids, because if they're in a situation where there's a firearm around, they need to know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Now, would I get them a firearm? No. Would I let them have a firearm in my household? No. It's just that some of my kids I just don't trust with a firearm.
Mom,
And no,
I get it.
Barely any of your kids have firearms except for
I'm
Naya.
right.
And Naya's very trustworthy.
Right. And she's probably the only one besides you that I will let have a firearm in my household.
No.
Who else?
You dry snitching.
I ain't dry snitching. I'm just saying who of my
getting it.
5 can
I'm
have
getting
a
it.
firearm. Now, what
I ain't
the other
getting it.
3 do, that's their business. I mean,
Yeah.
they grown.
I mean,
Yeah, they nearly
have a
30.
little-
How old is actually 26? But either way, yeah. That's I'm big on that, man. Everybody got to train up. Somewhat. You ain't gotta be out there crawling in the mud or shooting bullseyes, but you do have to understand what it is, the responsibility to have and possess a firearm. If it's yours or not. If you're in this house, that's what it is. We take that serious, you know.
Right.
And it's fun. It's exciting. I remember our niece came to stay with us for a while, and it was fun taking her to the range and you know, that fresh new face as a a trainer somewhat, you know.
Bitch niece.
Bree.
Oh yeah.
Bree came and she went to the range with us. And she was excited. She had fun.
You know what was fun?
Bree had fun.
I had a friend come over. We showed him some guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh sorry. That's another good topic, Al. I'm sorry. Same topic, but another element of it. Sometimes a family that might be into firearms, and you have a kid in the house, there might be other kids that come over to hang out and play and all that, etc. And you have, as a parent, the other parent, you got to trust us now to make sure that you get it in good hands. That's a fucking scare. Alex's friend comes over. We go over firearms training. I train him with the Mantis system. I train him with the AR, with pistols, red dots, etc. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't let Alex go somebody else's house.
No,
I'd have it. I'd be fucked up.
No, I couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I don't know anybody in our area. I mean, in our community, I'm okay with a handful of people in our community. Mm-hmm. But in our area, absolutely.
Well, you know, there was Gavin.
No, still no.
Hudson.
Nope.
Come on, Hudson was a good.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, Hudson's a good kid, but again, I don't know their family like that.
Yeah, I couldn't send you out to another parent, and they called me on the phone and said, "Hey, we're going to take out some guns and go over some drills and etc." I'd like send his ass. I'll be over there in a minute. Nope. But somebody trusted me with their child because of my, I guess, level of experience to train their, who was he, 14 years old? Son, 12 years old, to go over firearms and, I mean, room clearing. All, you know, actually, we would kind of like grind it in to, you know, dry fire training with them. And they were okay. You know, I appreciate that. But for me, oh, shit.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Billy. It's almost like a Neosporin type thing where you're okay with, and that's the same thing with my niece, my wife.
Wait a fucking minute. Wait, Skilly, did you just say a Neosporin?
I mean,
what? Grand Life AJ, what up? God damn it. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I can read it, right?
Hey, Big Chris.
Actually, how you call it when you I don't know what I'm trying to say. Okay, but anyway, let's keep going.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
I don't know. But my niece, man, my wife's brother daughter. I actually one day my kids and they had went somewhere, so I was going to clean my gun, my pistol, and I called her mother, and her mother she had told her mother she was cleaning a gun for the first time, and she was very excited. So I mean, I try to any kids around me, I try to engage them with first of all how to clean and how to my biggest thing is safety when I first deal with children.
Mm-hmm.
Period. The first thing you're gonna learn how to do is safety. Anything. Or you do anything to a gun, you're gonna learn how to safety do anything to a gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way I feel. The first thing you should teach a child. Damn, man, this damn. Oh, I got some more.
Put some Neosporin on that seatbelt, man.
Billy.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm so trying. I'm trying my hardest to keep a straight face as I'm listening.
But Skilly, I feel you. Like that is the introduction for me.
Yeah.
With other kids, with other adults too. Shit.
Yeah.
You know, that is the introduction. Gotta be, because and it's weird. I still get anxiety from firearms. It sounds so weird. I don't know. Does anybody else deal with that? I still get anxiety. If I'm clearing a gun in the house and I point that trigger to the bed, you know, I always point it in a safe direction. So I'll point it to the bed and my heart still beats a little. I know the fucking magazine is over there on my bed table. I know I looked at that chamber for 3 seconds and I open it back up and look again. Boom. Alex, when he handles guns, it's almost like his first time every time. Al, every time you touch something, Al, did you do this? Did you do that? Yeah, Dad. I still go through it. Until this day, I still have an anxiety about people handling firearms around me and me handling firearms for myself. You know, it's a true thing.
I'm sorry, but I do feel the same when I'm teaching. I wouldn't say teaching per se, but you get my point. With parents, not children, parents, grown men and women. My palms get sweaty. Now with kids, as you say, they're young, they can learn. My palms, they don't get sweaty, but with grown adults,
your nerves are all over the place.
My stomach hurts.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Why do you think that though?
Some people might have grown from a rough neighborhood, you know, or some people, new people, have to get like used to it, and I teach them ish.
I told her I want to get Texas.
Unicorn, what up? Hey, what up to anybody I missed, man? Is she yelling at you?
Hey, Unicorn Tech.
New York Outcast, I know you've been here for a minute, but what up, though? Guns Don't Argue, what's cracking? Big Riz, what the word is? What up to everybody? Hey, shout out to our sponsor for the night, Outer Impact. Listen, if anybody gets, I'm not doing no commercial, but if anybody needs an optic mount for whatever and they don't have it, it's not an MOS or whatever, look into Outer Impact. They got some dope stuff. 100%.
We had a sponsor.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, yo, I still get that anxiety when I, you know, even on myself, on me, like even me, I still, but that, you know, it keeps you on your toes. But the other thing is that sometimes we do get complacent and we do get too relaxed and too comfortable, and little mistakes, you know, it could be your Al. We go through it with you with the eye protection.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But that's don't just hold on. Don't just put this on my son, Cause you be getting these little gadgets and little toys, and you be extra excited, like, "Oh, I got something in the mail," and I'd be like, "Yo, have to calm down, let's rewind." That's all I'm saying. Don't put it all on the
Hey,
child.
I was going into that, but I didn't get there yet, babe. That's all I'm talking about. But yeah, man, sometimes I think the other day I went to go shoot and my ear protection was on halfway. I had one off and one on so I could hear. Somebody was, we were talking or whatever. And right before I took a shot, I had to knock it forward and make sure I was good. We get complacent. It happens, all of us.
I remember.
Him. Showtime. What up? What up?
I remember we was at the range, right? I took my ears out for a minute because you guys or somebody was saying something, and I thought it was Dad or you, and I took them off. We was rolling, and you shot, and I freaked out. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Well, you don't take out your ears. You don't.
I couldn't hear.
When you're on a live range, man.
You have your headphones are like $200. All you have to do is turn them on the correct
No, that was
way.
before. That's before Practice Group. Shout out to Ken, giving me those.
Oh, your ear protection?
But that was before when I had the ginormous ones.
See, that's the thing. I'd rather you have those because y'all, he has like the Caldwell ear protection, the Bluetooth passive, not non-passive, the electronic, whatever, and he puts them in, but he moves around and they start to fall out or whatever. I'd rather you wear regular traditional ear protection myself.
See, then that I have to go through all the work turning them on like that. You can just take them off, put them in,
Being
done.
safe is so hard. They fall out of your ear.
Like a safety
Hey,
rope.
Hot Tub.
Hey, Hot Tub. They come out with a safety rope, So
and
it's
you
all
never
right.
put it on, Hot Tub, what up, brother? But yeah, man, there's so many little. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm about to say my nervousness come in because I have people in the house, so I kind of that's where every time I'm dealing with anything dealing with breaking it down or cleaning it or clearing it, it's just the anxiety of maybe shooting. And nobody means to shoot their loved one, but it's more having an accidental discharge or maybe hitting one of my family members is more where my anxiety
yeah, I understand that 100%.
So listen, do you feel as though maturity plays a big role in what age you should teach your children? Is it a maturity thing, or is it just because it's in my household, I need to teach them?
Well, regardless of what age they are, I do want to teach them safety. But for a student, it's maturity for me. Like I said, I think my daughter's way more mature than my son.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably teach her how to shoot. Why? Like I said, I'm gonna teach my son first, and it depends on what he does. Gun range is gonna depend on how I'm gonna move with him.
Yeah. So I feel the same way. With me, it's not a time scale to it. If you're making that move, they got to make that move with you. As far as the pace that they go, that's their own thing. But you do have to, you do have to have the introduction if they're mature enough or not, and that's the bottom line with me.
Especially if mature, do you think I'm mature enough to shoot? With the common round, the for the 1911, and you can't think of the name now.
45?
No, not 45. 9mm. You think since I'm a little bit more mature, you think I can shoot that with one hand? With lots of practice.
No, I didn't know what you were getting at, bro, but no.
Yeah, I was confused myself, but
so all right, y'all.
Lots of practice.
So Alex has got this thing now where he wants to train with one hand. He'll put a hand behind his back just in case he can kind of simulate being hurt or wounded or something like that. So he wants to get right with one hand. With 22, he's all good. He's fast, he's good, he's accurate. But 9mm is not going to happen right now. Gunrilla Rick, what up, soul brother? What's popping? Unicorn Lady, what it is? So, yeah, no, that's not happening now. I don't,
But he can do it with the Mantis. Because on the Mantis, wait, hold on.
No. We're talking about recoil, sweetie. We're talking about recoil.
Are you two gonna let me talk, or do I need a log off?
No, let her talk. Although she's not on the same page, let her talk.
Go ahead, man.
But on the Mantis, right? It shows it on one of the groups. It says shoot with your non-dominant hand. Correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why can't he practice on a Mantis and move to the next step?
He's just too small. He can't shoot a 9mm with one hand at the moment safely.
I disagree with you.
What happens if we got on like a field?
I feel as if he practiced with the Mantis to build up his strength on the Mantis. He can go to the range with it.
He can build up his skill on the Mantis, not his strength.
So, Mama, one thing you gotta realize.
Everybody, please chime in on this. Let me know if I'm wrong or if they're right.
Yeah.
We're talking about recoil.
Hollywood, what up?
It'll go like this.
But that's what I'm saying. If you practice on the Mantis and do
it doesn't show you your recoil. It shows you how you move. It does.
No, on the X10, it shows you where you're moving. It shows you
where you're moving, as in steadiness. It doesn't show you pew 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 pew.
Yeah, listen. Recoil is a real thing. It's hard to simulate recoil, and Alex is not a big person. Even for me as an adult, it's not that easy to shoot a 9mm with one hand.
Like that.
Man.
So it ain't happening.
Like there's some
Joseph Harris.
Big Joe, thank you, sir. She listens to you,
Joseph,
bro.
I need to call your wife. Do I need to call the wife? Do I need to say, hey?
You ain't even here right now. Don't worry about that. It's between them. That's my boy right there. Nah, baby. It's just
okay, Hot Tub. I understand.
Now, practice
today, I understand. But I felt attacked. I did feel attacked.
Sorry, babe. Let's change the subject. So
no, I just want to know. So Hot Tub, Joseph, and Chris have your back. All the men, of course, all the men have your back.
Jeez.
No, that's not true.
No, Jova, that's what I'm gonna do.
No, Jova, he has been practicing with the 22.
Yeah,
he's good with it.
He's good. Yeah.
He's good with it.
Yep. Transitions, all that.
Definitely showed us in Nashville. He can shoot with 22.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it again on the next RGAs.
Oh yeah, that's what's popping.
Or are you gonna do your Canic?
Now that's a tough rivalry. You see what I did there? Canic rival.
Nah, funny.
Okay.
Look at Joseph. I won't tell Joseph.
All right. So that's actually pretty tough because the 22, I can get really big speed, but I want to show off my flashy gun,
Oh yeah. Hey, so all right, so that I thank you again, Alex. You done led me to another interesting topic about children and firearms.
Yeah.
A lot of kids still have this. A lot of us adults still have this show off shit.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Kids.
Joseph has his wife's nickname as Tasmanian Devil. That's You
don't want no problem with Taz. TV on it.
Wouldn't
Hey,
make sense
Showtime, I
if
see you. I
you
should
guys
have
made
seen that,
me
John
know.
Deere. I see you over there. I see you. But yo, a lot of us have it, man. A lot of us want to show off. We want to show off. There's a lot, even influencers. They want to show off for the camera, for the subscribers, the viewers, the supporters. A lot of us do some shit. I got kind of, I don't know, checked or reprimanded or whatever it was recently. And we do things because we think we're at a certain level, or we just want attention for that thing we're doing. And there's not much wrong with it. But as a child, a lot of children will definitely seek attention or approval from their friends. Like, hey, this is cool. They want to show off a little bit. Like I said, adults, we are just as guilty of it. I like to air rack. It sounds childish and petty and simple, but I do like to do it. And I catch it on camera. Why? Because I want everybody to know that I like to do it. And it's like a clout thing. It is what it is. Now, somebody said to me in a I don't know who he was, but he just felt like leaving a negative comment. But I was like, I kind of get it. And he was like, you want to look cool and all that, and he says, that's unsafe handling of a firearm, which could be. Yep. I know what I'm doing. I'm being safe. I'm at a safe location with safe training. But I got checked, and I was like, I get it. I can't argue with you. You don't know me. You don't know my training. But for a person that just sees it out of the whatever 1,000 people that watch shorts, I was like, can't argue with you, bro. You got this one. Take it.
Hey, Roblox.
But Roblox, what up? But yeah, man, a lot of kids, they get that same vibe. They want to show off something. You know what I'm saying? And that's the other part of working with children that you have to be super, super weary. Can't be responsible for everybody, but you have to know that there's going to be some kids that want to show off a little bit.
Hey, big fish. See, you got to kick them in the shins. When you kick somebody in the shins, that's when it hurts the most. I'm petty that way.
Shins are the.
I'd rather kick somebody in the shins.
That's how you break. That's how you break somebody's bone. The shins
Fish,
are the softest.
Chris, stop pitching woo, you dirty man.
I see him. I'm like, what?
Oh man, but yeah, man, it's a thing. It's a human thing. We all want to flex off or show off or boast or whatever. It's a thing. We all do it. But we have to worry about the children when we're not around. How far are they going to take that showing off? And Alex has been in that scenario. Our son has been in that scenario. So y'all got to be careful.
Funny.
Molding the mind.
And what risks are you willing to take to show off? Because there's always a risk. Showing.
Siege. She pitching woo back. But yeah, man, it's a slippery slope, man, and we just got to have the most faith and trust in what we're working with directly, our children,
right?
To make the right decisions, to do the right thing, in those scenarios and situations that we can't be present in, because we ain't always gonna be there.
But since we're on the flashy and stuff, and since Big Fish, my turkey up in here. I was gonna put tactical turkeys. I was gonna be the first one.
It's too long.
Yeah,
it's too long. Tactical turkeys with two.
I was thinking about putting it on the side. But they couldn't do it.
I wasn't paying for that many letters. Sorry, Big Fish. I wasn't paying for that many letters.
But I'm still turkey. Still turkey.
And Billy, it is a lot with my kids and dealing with life itself. I like to watch cop shows.
Yep.
First 48 and all that. That's I love cop shows. So every time, or I think I was watching some, well, when they was putting kids in jail, and I think at the age of 16 or 17 back in the day, and they would give them life.
Yeah.
And I would sit my kids down. I'd be like, hey, I need you to look at this story. The reason I want you to look at the story is because if you hop in the car with somebody and they go shoot somebody and they come pick you up, then guess what? If you ain't got no money, no way to pay to get yourself out of jail,
Yeah.
you're looking to be sitting in that same predicament that they are. So you make sure you make the best decision before you jump in anybody's car. Would it be best for me just to walk and get where I need to go?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Silly. Were you in here when I had put up what Cabo said?
No, I wasn't. I just jumped in not too long ago, brother.
It be times like that. This reminds me of myself.
Yeah.
Is when that angel and devil on your shoulders, and the devil's a little louder, and you just get yourself into some shit just to be a part of something. We can try and hope and pray that our kids make every right decision in life.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's difficult. I was in stolen cars. I almost spent, time in jail and all that shit. I don't know what I did right by life or in life or whatever, but I stayed away from that. But many times with my mom and dad working and doing the right thing and teaching me good stuff and keeping me in school and etc., I still found time to fuck up.
Well, I was scared of my dad, so it wasn't I did do some things, but it wasn't to the point to where I was, because my dad always told me,
yeah,
get yourself in trouble, take yourself to jail, you're gonna serve that time. So he kind of scared me into going to jail.
Yeah. I hear it.
So that's why if it's a cop show, and I think it's interesting just to show them what you can put yourself into or get yourself into. It's to get in trouble, but it's hard as hell to get out.
Yeah.
Very hard to get out.
Yep. And that shit stays with you for a long time.
So,
but children,
it's expensive to get out. Shit, you get into trouble, it's the money you wasted to get out of trouble. That's the bad part about it.
But
I don't know why bail is a thing. I mean, bail is a good thing because if you didn't do anything wrong and you still proven guilty in court, there is a bail.
No.
No,
We'll talk about that tomorrow. No,
I don't know how jail works.
No, we'll talk about it. You're not
you never learn how jail works.
No, you're not gonna go. So, but we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go over that one. But either way, man, there's just so many things that we we are responsible to teach them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope and pray that everybody within our community walks the walk.
Yes.
Because a lot of us be on that shit and agreeing in these chats and these lives or whatever.
But it's not just your kids though. You have to understand your kid is not just the kids you birth, it's the kids in your community as well. And that's where people are mistaken. It's not just my kid is not just Alex in my community. It's all these other kids that I don't want to see in the system that I need to talk to. Alex, I talked to until I turned blue in the face. But these kids that do not get the same talk as Alex gets talk, that's still my responsibility. I don't want to see them in the system. I don't want to see them do wrong, especially if I'm there to help correct the situation.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I dig it. But take care of that household.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Make sure that your kid is your mold.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And keep your hands on that kid. Keep your direction. Because the other children, the other adults in the neighborhood are influential. There's kids and adults dressing cool, listening to cool music, driving cool vehicles. Remain the coolest as much as you can around your kid. Remain what they want to be, what they want to look up to be. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself on the pedestal in front of your child, and don't slip
Mm-hmm.
and do the shit that the next guys are doing or whatever. Stay in your own lane and don't let those lines blur, because if they think that for a second that you're a friend or a cousin, or they start putting you on that level and status, things are going to change. So make sure that you leave no room for them to mistake who you are in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like I'm giving some advice and shit. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. Everybody different.
You are, because these parents, especially these young ones, think that they should be their kid's friend. I told mine, I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
And you don't ever think me as your friend, because I'm not your friend.
Right.
That you think I'm your friend, that you gonna get your head knocked off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say it again, silly. Say it to the person next to me.
All right.
Smooth off your toes.
I don't like y'all.
Damn.
No, yeah.
That's the purpose. You ain't gotta like me, but I gotta make sure you stay out of that jailhouse. That's all I'm worried about.
I tell my kids all the time, I don't want you to like me. You have to respect me. I don't want you to like me. I'm not here for you to like, but I'm here for you to respect. That's it.
I respect my friends. And if you're gonna act like a friend, I'm gonna respect.
I bet,
friend.
Boy.
That's how
you
that
gotta learn the difference, Al. You gotta
You
learn.
gotta watch that on your home.
I figured you knew it. So listen, Al slipped up recently. I'm gonna go ahead and spread the butter. Al slipped up recently, and he had to get checked.
Can we kick him?
Boy, he had to get checked. He thought, you want to test when you get into them teenage years or them, whatever.
He got a mustache growing in and stuff.
Yeah, you want to stick your big ass ugly toe in the water. The water can get cold sometimes. Let me tell you this. Boy, Alex said something to me. I said, fuck. He got me so mad. And I don't get mad, y'all. I'm mellow as fuck.
He doesn't.
He got me so mad. An hour went by. And I called back. And I was like, motherfucker. I was still pissed off. I couldn't even talk to my friends. I was so mad.
What did I do?
Oh,
yeah, I remember. Okay,
yeah,
so something went down with her.
Never do that again.
And I hit the wall.
Alex.
No.
Listen, don't even tell the story. Just know that I'm not your friend. I'm your father.
Zach said that was hilarious.
She's your mother.
Oh, so no, okay.
No.
Nah, that's how we gonna play. You ain't my friend now.
I'm about to send you in front of 50 people.
Nah, he said one time, well, multiple times. He was my friend. He was my homeboy. He was my buddy.
Be cool.
He's everything. Your father.
Apparently not.
Hey, Al, be cool.
He ain't my shooting buddy no more.
Don't get it twisted.
When he says cool, he has your back. But when it comes to doing what he's asking you to do, that's something different. That's what that means, Al. Sorry to be the one to tell you the bad news, but that's what that means.
I appreciate it. Thank you for that help. Yeah, he knows what's up. He knows what's up. Yeah, man. Right. But hey, listen.
But you're a good kid, man.
You're gonna be all right. And the thing is, I got to do this. I got to say this real quick. Shout out to everybody in here that helps Erica mold who he is and who he's becoming. You know what I'm saying? Because I me and Zach and Lito, we talk on the phone most of the day. And I had said to them, we were talking about the meetup. We were talking about how amazing the meetup is and how important it is to a lot of people.
Yes, it is.
And we sat there and said, hey, and I'm not doing this to talk about nobody's age, but I'm just doing this to make a true statement. When you put little Zach and Alex and Jamal and you sit them in there and then you sit next to them QB and Locked In and you sit next to them Hot Tub and Coy and you sit next to them Siege, Joseph Harris, BP. Do y'all understand what I'm doing? That's 4 fucking generations that come here, that come to RGG's chat for a reason, for one fucking reason. That's 4 generations that love something so much that's why we have camaraderie. That's why we have love. That's why we have friendship. That's why we
Right.
have relationships. One reason brought us together to be on the same accord from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old to 60 something.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking powerful.
Yes, it is.
Who's
That's how
60
it's done.
something? Ain't nobody 60 something
I
around here.
mean,
Hollywood, that
Yeah.
I respect that. He like it is. I mean, your kids, when you do something with your kids, it does seem like it's on a friend level because you guys bond over something that you guys love to do it, and it's just as well as we train together, all three of us. And it's fun. It's fun training with your kids. It's fun training with your loved one. But there's certain talks you gotta have with your kids in order for
Yeah.
it to be beautiful.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right. There are talks. We're gonna have talks one day. More fun talks.
Right.
Right?
fun time. I like that.
Right? All right. Two in the pink, one in the stink.
No, no, this is a kids channel.
I'm just
I don't know
playing.
what he means by that.
I'm just playing. But either way, man,
And
like
I
I
was
said,
watching these cartoons.
there's a lot of impact.
Not
and-
allowed to.
I'm not even.
I appreciate everybody
You do
who
know
helps
not,
us. Like I said,
know not to watch that show.
brings this young man into what he is. I appreciate it. I do. I swear. Two-Way Syndicate. What up, brother?
Hey, what up,
T
fam?
Mash in the building. Everything good? How you feel?
I'm feeling good, man. How you doing?
Not bad. Working hard. Working
Not
hard.
bad, not bad. We here.
We here.
Hey, so
Mm-mm.
what's going on, my man? I'm
He's
feeling
talking to
good.
you.
I'm feeling
Oh.
good. So I wanted to come on here because I have 4 kids. I have my daughter's the oldest, and I got 3 sons. And they all, except the younger ones, have their 4 cars. They've all trained with me and things like that. My youngest, Isaiah, is the one that is taking his time, has been taking his time really getting familiar with guns. He's a little bit afraid of them. But for the most part, what I like to do with him is I don't push him. I just kind of let him hang out. When I'm playing, I do have the practice gun and things like that, the plastic one that he can hold, that he can, play with, get familiar with and stuff like that. And what's happened over time is he's learned to kind of warm up to, what we do, asking me how to hold the gun, how to properly hold the gun, and things like that. The biggest thing is that, for these young kids, man, that times are different, man, when we were growing up. Yeah. It's just too much out there, a lot on TV, a lot on Instagram, YouTube, all this stuff that they see. And the one thing that we have to do as parents is really let them know how familiar and how detrimental guns are as well. They're for our protection, but they are scary, at this point, because you could do something wrong and you can end up hurting yourself, let alone hurting somebody else with a gun. So what I like to do with them when I do take them to the range and we have our range family time, I like to show them, you guys, when you put new content out, just kind of how you guys do that. That's really good to see. I just wanted to get that out there. But,
Thank you. Thank you.
It really is. It's a good family unit, man. And it's great to see. But I like to show them that so they can understand. And when they shoot the gun and they feel that recoil, and I tell them, would you want to be standing in front of something like that? And it's like, no, it's just trying to get them familiar that they know that this is not a toy and this hurts people. And as long as I've been training and as long as I've been giving lessons and things like that, just letting them know, God help me if I ever have to use this thing, because I don't want to hurt anybody with it. I do want to protect you. I do want to protect, the family, but this is something that is not a toy. It's not something to play with. My family grew up in Kentucky, and growing up in Kentucky, I've been shooting since I was 9. So, people always say, man, you a good shot or whatever. No, I've just been shooting since I was younger, but it wasn't that much attention given to us when we was younger. We go out in the back and we could just shoot out in the fields. It was nothing big. And now it's just totally different, man. And, I kind of feel for the young ones coming up now because of how things is. And granted, it's scary out there, but it's reality. It's what we got to deal with. So we need to make sure that we do as parents train our children, not only in firearms, but just in, life aspects itself.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I agree 100%. And it's such a wish-wash with where some of us grew up and where some of us are coming into it.
Yep.
And I really have I envy people who did have the opportunity to be raised around not only firearms, but survival tactics. Let's say that hunting, camping, fishing, stuff like that. I envy a lot of people who that's like their second nature or first nature, really. So
Why do you envy them?
Al, I'm coming into the game late.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm coming into the game late. I grew up in a somewhat of a city-ish environment, and we didn't have the opportunity.
Just like I got a cousin, his dad, they rode 4-wheelers, hunted. I always wanted to do that, but my dad didn't make the time for me or my brother and sister. So he's working and doing what he had to do to put food on the table. So like you said, I'm a late gamer. I mean, 9 years. I just turned 39 a couple of days, 2 or 3 days ago. So you talking, I ain't getting the firearm, so I was there in 30, 28, 30.
Yeah.
Toy break, get out of here. The dream team is on fire. I'm sorry.
But yeah, man, I just wanted to put that out there, man, and tell you guys I appreciate the content, man. I'm able to tune into what you guys are doing, and I'm able to show my family that other families do this, and you can make it fun, and it's all about the learning process. And I also believe that firearms is a sport. It's a sport to me. I mean, I love it. I love collecting guns.
Yo, I'll be honest with you. I am into self-defense, but the sport side of it, that's what I love. That's what makes me want to keep going back to the range.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love the competition. I love competing with my own family. And I love the fact that we come here as a family unit, to let other families know, yo, this is cool.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's fun.
Right.
It's educational. And a lot of times we all get into these, conversations and chats and all that. And it's mostly, I'm not being sexist or a chauvinist, but it's mostly us guys sticking our chest out. The fuck good are we if our family ain't as good as us?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But listen, women shoot better than men, so I don't know why you got your chest down.
If I was having a moment and you come here with that hoopla.
Nah, it's a proven fact though.
Well, Erica, you guys tend to take your time a little bit more and aim for that target and pull the trigger. Like, I only just do this, but I golf too. And a lot of times when I'm golfing, if I want to get better at the sport, I watch women's golf. Why? Because they take their time. As men, we try to brute everything. We think everything is like hard and we just got to like put our muscles into it and everything else. But women seem to take their time a little bit more, aim a little bit more and shoot. So I believe it, where we just trying to go ahead and empty the clip half of the time and don't even know where we be aiming at.
Yep. Right. I know it.
Listen, Kava and Roadblock.
Can I say something real quick?
Don't let me speak. Let me say what I want to say on my channel. This is my channel.
Yep. Well, anyway, man, I want to just tell you guys, man, I appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the chat, man.
And tell your kids we said hello.
All right. Most definitely.
Yeah, all 17 of them. Nah, man. I'll talk to you later. Be safe.
All right.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Peace.
Appreciate you.
Hi, Cinder.
All right.
It's Cinder Kit. Cinder. Mind if I call you that? Cinder?
Syndicate.
Oh my God.
Cinder Kit.
No herb.
Cut it short.
He gonna be all right.
He will be all right.
Yep. See, Joe. I know it. I feel the heat.
What? So.
I feel the heat.
Like Cinder Kit. was saying, yeah, I said that right. Syndicate.
It's all good, Al. Keep
So,
going.
like he was saying, women take their time. I love watching women shoot. Like Yoki,
Mhm.
Carbon. I can't think of anybody.
He carving in that, didn't he?
I need a drink.
Tangy.
Oh yeah,
Pretty sure.
Tangy.
Yeah, man, I know it. There's a
Mhm.
lot of women. Let me be honest with you. Even when I go, if I scroll through my Instagram, not because of who I subscribe to or nothing like that. It's just what shows up. A lot of women trainers, a lot of women shooters are out there, and they're doing
Yeah.
some cool stuff. You know,
Yeah.
survival sisters, man.
Yeah, survival sisters too. They do a
They
lot of cool stuff.
they
Yeah,
do a
And they're
lot of
women.
cool stuff.
Yeah, they
Definitely.
do.
Why are you looking at me like
I'm
that?
just saying those survivor sisters, they do a lot of amazing things.
Yeah, they even came out with their event.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
And they're like little children. Well, I wouldn't say little
They
children.
they're the same age as you. Talk about their little children.
They're older
I'm
than you. What are you talking about?
tired.
They're all older than you.
Right. He over here trying to get in number talk about these little girls.
No,
Boy, sit down somewhere.
why are you trying to put me out like that?
Dang, mom, you trying to blow the spot.
Nah, now we ain't friends.
We
never was.
Man. Well, either way, yo,
We ain't
yo,
we ain't co-worker friends.
we are gonna continue to try to do our best with raising our family and keeping everybody on track. And
Hold on,
like
I
said,
do have a question. I hate to cut you off,
shit,
but
babe.
for the parents that shoot with their children, do you feel like it's more fun when you shoot with your children or with your family? Like Skilly, you shoot by yourself now, right?
Skilly don't shoot.
Yeah, I recently started bringing my wife, and
But
now
do
once
you find it more interesting or more like do you feel like you bond with her more that she's getting involved with it?
yeah, because for a long time I tried to get her involved, and now that I done bought a gun that she wants, she's so
Mhm.
eager to. I want to go to the range. I want to go to the range. So
Mm.
it motivates me to get in there and kind of brushing up on my own stuff, but also make sure she's okay, just in case she has to defend herself when she's out and about. So to me, yes, I've been trying to get in the game. She's finally got the gun that she wanted that I bought, and she's been hollering every weekend she wants to go to the range, so I got to make time out to go. But yeah, I think it's fun that I can help her out a little bit. Now I'm not an expert. Let's get that correct now. Nowhere near an expert. But
What? Skilly, you good? You good?
See her.
JQ, that's interesting. Now JQ said no.
Uh-oh.
He feel more on edge.
Yo, so all right. Yes.
Billy agrees.
Damn it. I'll be honest
Really,
with y'all.
nobody care
talked
about your
this before.
feelings.
No. We talked about this before. When we go to the range, y'all be seeing the fun shit on the video, but it be some other shit and it be emotional sometimes.
Yeah.
And between Alex, often, he gets a little upset. Mom needs her walk away time or whatever. And me, I'm like, fuck everybody. It's really
listen,
there.
Billy
It's
is
really
a drill sergeant.
Yes, he goes into sergeant
He's
mode.
in drill sergeant mode. You need to do this. You need to do that. I want to do what I want to do sometimes.
I dig it.
If
But
I want to shoot at target number 3, let me shoot target number 3 all day if I want.
I dig
I
it.
don't need you to tell me no, you need to do all 5. No, maybe I just want to focus on number 3 because that's the farthest one away, and I know I have issues with that 25-yard mark.
I hear you, but listen, this ain't I ain't trying to say I'm right or wrong. I'm saying, but there are emotions that go with shooting with a spouse or shooting with a friend, girlfriend, kid.
You shooting with your girlfriend?
Huh? No.
Oh, I was about to say, Jay could bring home some dinner sometimes, but I
Yeah,
don't
you
have
pay
to
for a meal
cook.
or two. Either way,
What do you
there
want?
are emotions, so it is difficult. Yo, what we do is not easy.
You know,
It's not easy. So shout out to anybody who wants to give it a shot. Um, I think there's a difference between fun and training.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we go out there to train, and that's when I'm more of that stern person. And sometimes we go out there to have fun, and that's when it's dope.
But I don't understand. So first things first, I need my own personal trainer because we trained at the same time. So I feel like I need my own personal trainer because not because I'm not saying you because you're not a good trainer, because you are a good trainer. But I look at you like how you know more than me. What makes you better than me?
Am I supposed to
That's
answer that shit? 'Cause I don't want to sleep on the couch. Either
go
way,
ahead.
I understand that though. I understand that, but that's why I say it's difficult. It is difficult for you to be out there training with your family, but it is a necessity. So you have to find that. Either way, it's like growing a beard. You got to go through that ugly stage before you start looking real good and getting edged up and trimmed up real nice. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through an ugly stage, and we've been there. Jeff, I'm trying. I was trying not to, but we've been there. And if it's to a point where you do have to, uh, let them train with somebody else, let it be, and hopefully they come back to the situation or you or whatever, even better. But you're still gonna have to get back on the same track and be a family while you're training, and that's super super important. You know?
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. But
Do you see how
but
you spend?
but what I'm saying is sometimes we need our time apart or we need to be with different trainers in order for me to say, okay, this is what I needed to adjust. And instead of you saying, sweetie pie, go ahead and shoot this gun. And I'm like, I can't because I know I can't grip it the way I'm supposed to. And then you
Mhm.
get upset when you like, where you pointing it at? I know I'm not holding this correctly because it doesn't fit in my hand. So I don't think you really listen to me. I think you think it's excuses when I'm telling you I know what my issue is.
Yeah, I hate when it does do that.
All right.
When
Well, we were talking about children, so let's end it now with that
But that's
because that's a whole different. That's a whole different live. So, if I may, I've taken enough of an ass whooping. Appreciate y'all, man. 100%. I love you, sweetie. You're so beautiful.
yo, you so wonderful. You the bomb.
All right, yo. Alex, you the man.
there we go. But we still ain't friends.
Billy, let me say this, because y'all perspective that I'm just listening to y'all is different from mine. And the reason why I said
Right.
that because when I go to the range, if I'm by myself, I would take my EDC. When I pull out my EDC, I'm serious. But with my other guns, it's more going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Now, when my wife started going, I probably didn't get upset because it was more me going to have a little fun. And then I would, kind of teach her what I know and then let her go from there. So, and I'm just listening to y'all. I didn't take it as serious as I should have when I'm going to the range. And that's my fault. And me coming in so late, nobody taught me that. So once I got a hold of a gun and I'm able to purchase my gun, it's more me going to have a little fun with a couple, get a friend here and there and go. Then maybe teach them how to grip a gun or whatnot. And, I took a couple people to the gun range. But it was more, once I got into it, it's more fun for me than more training. So now that I, even hooking up with a bunch of YouTubers and seeing YouTubers train, I kind of got to take a little bit more serious and really get into that craft on how.
Skilly, don't feel like you got to chase nothing.
Right.
If you go in there to train, then go there to train. If you're going there to have fun, don't train. Take the training that you got and have fun with it.
Okay, gotcha.
Don't feel like it's always got to be, nah, man. Have fun. Bullshit a little bit. Just why are you leaning up? Have fun.
Because that's what we're saying, and just
Bye. Trent, yo, listen, have fun, have a good time, man. And I'm telling you, you'll appreciate so much more. I forgot I had the power. Oh, the motherfucker came back. Why you do that? Look, oh my God. All right.
Hola, senor.
What you thought you ran this? You don't run this. You don't be kicking me out of my own live. Don't.
Damn.
Oh, I kick you out.
Come on, y'all showing off in front of all these nice.
That's
No, you
true,
said
though.
it.
All these nice.
No.
What about
No. Damn. Know the difference between having a good time and training, and separate the two, because you don't want to hate. You don't want to hate one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's always a place for it. Yeah, JQ, I feel you. That's where.
Okay, Showtime
The
says
curve
my
up.
perspective is a little different too. We train together so we know each other's strengths and weakness. Left and rights, that's what we train together.
I'm hugging you, Showtime. My boy, Blue.
Showtime, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. And who sees weaknesses more than your counterpart? You know what I'm saying? So
I understand that. That's a good. I like the fact that he said that.
yeah, because it's the truth. And when you get to the range, if everybody could accept criticism,
It's about the kids. This is about the kids. I love it.
Trick love the kids. Wu-Tang is for the children. On that note, man, it is late. We gotta weigh some puppies. The puppies open their eyes, y'all. The puppies open their eyes.
Yes. Yes, they're so
20
cute.
22 got the
Yes,
biggest
children.
eyes, and she's so small.
Yeah,
It's so
22.
adorable.
So we have, all right. So every time, like a dog has a litter, usually there's one that's the runt or the smallest of the litter, and we named that one 22. She's a little
Well,
spunky.
they named it. I wanted to name
Go get
her
22.
Ruby.
No, he's gonna go get 22.
I'm gonna
She
go
is
get.
so
I'm gonna
gorgeous.
get two.
My great grandmother was named Ruby.
Jason, you love some. I love my puppies. I don't know if Billy's gonna let me keep all 10 of them. But
Oh, stop. McCanduit.
so right now we have 14 altogether. We got 10 puppies and 4 adults.
14 dogs, and y'all ain't hear a peep. Nice and quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of my dogs.
Zachy P.
What? Where's the
I got two of them. I got my favorite one.
Cover said, Billy, please give. Oh, where's the camera? Oh.
I got it. I see. Who's
So
that?
this
Oh, that's
that's 22. And this is my sweet little pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Hello. They're both females.
You're gonna be
And
all right.
y'all
right.
ain't getting any. All right? Y'all ain't getting any.
Relax.
We gotta be
Two
scrapping
seconds.
in the parking lot.
Hot Tub said he coming to get one of his dogs.
I know it. He first on the list. Hey, listen.
Zach, come and get
No.
your dog, his little fat self.
Tony got to get him.
Yeah, Tony
Tony's
probably
coming to get Fat Boy.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody for stopping by, hanging out with us. We appreciate everything y'all do, keeping us moving, keeping us going, keeping us creating the content that we're doing. Shout out to everybody who's got their tickets already for a regular meetup 2023. Shout out to everybody who's getting there, going there by any means. We really appreciate that. We love y'all for that, man.
Shout out to the ones who wanted to go but had to go to a family cruise.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them that just made plans. Made plans not to make plans, goddamn. But yo,
Next one. I'm not.
we love y'all, man. We love y'all. Y'all be safe. Enjoy the evening. Happy Halloween. We'll talk to y'all Tuesday.
Wednesday at 4.
Wednesday at 4. Erica, my fly family, Wednesday at 4. on Erica My Fly Family channel.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all going live Wednesday as well?
On my channel.
Okay.
Yeah. Her and Alex go live on her channel.
All right.
Either way, man, we appreciate y'all. We'll talk to y'all later. Enjoy the evening.
Enjoy the
Peace.
Bye bye.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah.